What's up, bots? Today, we are going to be watching what I think is the best CRL series of the season this far. Northwood versus Winthrop, the traditional powerhouse of Collegiate Rocket League, taking on the new number one in the newest colleague poll, in my eyes, in a lot of people's eyes, and in CRL's eyes, if we look at the standings after 2 weeks of play. So, Winthrop versus Northwood, new versus old. Garrett G versus, who would I choose as like the marquee player of Northwood? I'm not sure. That might be what makes them so good, is because like Zanil could be the guy for Northwood. Because on the pitch, he's maybe the best player. I don't know if I can say that confidently anymore. There was a time where I would have said that, but Creams might challenge him for that. And then Hockey is Mr. Consistent. I love Hockey. Great character, great guy. This entire Northwood team's actually pretty nice. I haven't chatted to Zanil much. He's kind of a quiet guy. But Creams and Hockey are great dudes. I saw Creams at an RLCS LAN one time, and he comes up to me and he starts talking to me. I did not know his face because I'm not good with player faces. And so we were having this good conversation about Rocket League and the bubble scene and all that. And I was like, and who are you? So he told me. I feel a little stupid when notable players have to tell me who they are, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. A lot of faces to know in the scene, which is great. We've got a great community. But yeah, I don't know who I would choose. Maybe I would say Creams is kind of like the face of Northwood because he's very vocal. On the field, he is one of the best players. And Zanil doesn't have like the personality, I think, to be the franchise player of a team. He's got the skills. He's got the car personality, but when you're looking at personality outside of the game as well, he never has his camera on. I wish he would. But it's all good. So Garrett G versus Creams, and even then, that's such a stretch to build this as two stars against each other. Now this is Northwood versus Winthrop, and that should mean something to you if you are watching CRL this season. And it went all the way to Game 5. I got the overlay on. I'll go ahead and spoil that, which will tell you the results of maybe this game, maybe the next one, because Northwood have a serious lead at the moment. 2 goals at halftime. Let's see how Winthrop tries to make their way back, because Northwood seem to be back. And this was the last video I did last week, where I titled it "Northwood are back to playing perfect Rocket League." We watched them 3-0 sweep Concord, and that was close to perfect Rocket League. Like 4 goals scored by Northwood in a 3-0 sweep. They only allowed the 1. It was all 1-goal games. I think a couple of overtimes tossed in there. It was a fantastic showing from Northwood. And they've been struggling lately. For those that haven't gotten to keep up with that, they've lost to St. Edwards, Leslie, and Cumberland in the last week and a half. So they needed a good week too in CRL. Let's see if they have a good showing against Winthrop. If you missed the result, I won't spoil the final end of this series because it was a great one. Like this marquee series of the CRL season so far. And Winthrop are absolutely stifling, or Northwood are absolutely stifling Winthrop. There's 3 shots out of Garrett G. T. Carell's on 34 points at a minute 15 left. Now they're finally building towards something, though, which is not easy. Zanil, though, misses that. Oh, Northwood were playing so well in defense. Look at them triangulate here. They are in position. Hockey's the first man to challenge. Creams is playing the potential corner play that Percy could set up here if he doesn't end up banging it off the sidewall. And Zanil is ready for a bang off the sidewall. Just ends up missing completely. Okay. Now you've made your bed, Northwood. You gotta lay in it. Minute left. You've lost your 2-goal lead. and Winthrop will start circling like sharks. I have been told that Garrett G is the most threatening player on this Winthrop lineup. And I've seen Percy have his moments. I don't think T. Corral's ever going to be the guy on the field for Winthrop. I think Percy and Garrett G can fill those roles no problem. But T. Corral is very much the glue guy. This is kind of becoming the semester of the glue guys. Like, we have Tater on St. Edward. I talk about TNT on Kennesaw State a lot. Velocity on Indiana Tech. And you've got T. Corral on Winthrop playing his instrumental role that won't get talked about a ton. In fact, for playing it, T. Corral will probably get more criticism than positivity. But Northwood are able to ride the back of quality defense and a good start offensively into a Game 3 win. I'm assuming. There we go. Close your eyes if you don't want spoilers. I'm pulling up the replays now. Here we go. On to Neo Tokyo, and I will update my little overlay for everybody, keeping track at home. Okay, Game 4 now. Winthrop put together a decent comeback there at the end. That was some nice possession. And that from T. Corral was clean. He switched cars. He changed from his purple Fennec to the orange one. And if you follow Pro RLCS, you will know what the orange one is. I forget the exact name of it, if it's got an exact name. I always call it the Fairy Peak car because he was the first player that I saw use it back in like 2020. I know it was popular in MENA as well for a little while, but Fairy Peak was always the first guy that I noticed using it back in like those fusion tournaments Johnny Boy put on back in COVID times. Good times, those COVID times. At least with my memories of Rocket League, because that's all I was watching at the time. A lot less Northwood possession control here in Game 4. Winthrop aren't letting them establish themselves in the orange end. And I kind of want to fly for this one, so let's fly. One-on-one. So Northwood will do. Make you think you've got a one-on-one. Good goal scoring chance. Then save it. Make the perfect read on the goal line. I'm just being a nuisance. Not allowing T. Corral anything right there. Nice out into space, but Zanil... Oh, well, you got a touch on it. Wasn't enough to keep control, though. Now Winthrop had something. Got something building. Okay. Northwood, we're not expecting that. And now we've got Winthrop possessing the ball a little bit better. T. Corral's challenges have been pretty important in the midfield line. That was required on the goal line. Or not. Percy recovers. Ooh. All right. Well, we're going to switch perspective. I don't know who that is, but... we're going to watch him for a second. As Creams... That was real cinematic. Creams from a distance. He goes up so early for this challenge. Let's make contact with T. Corral, but... good support. I do love this aerial view of matches like this. It's so fluid at the top, especially with Northwood. Like Winthrop, I haven't watched enough of to really gather how they play, but Northwood is such an interesting team to watch rotationally. They're playing the long game here too. Setting up possession, not overextending, trying to force something here with a minute left. And now backing off when they need to, because they know they can defend this. Even if Creams doesn't make contact there, he's probably going to get T. Carell and set up Zanil for an easy clear. It's nice passing play. Instead of a double commit, so T. Carell had to do something extra with that ball. Finding Percy was that extra thing. "30 seconds left. Still 0-0. Northwood is up. And there is the go-ahead. How does this start? Demo in the midfield. Garrett G's taken out by Zanil. And that's just a ball into space here. Why does Hockey let that go? I think he's trying to find Creams with a pass. Just gets a bad touch. One bad touch, again, ends up costing him. Percy cuts, beats Zanil, doesn't make contact with Carr, and now this is where Northwood's defense breaks down. No one was anticipating Zanil not getting anything with that challenge, and they don't have the boost to really commit, even if they were expecting it. Creams could have maybe played off the goal line, but that's a tough snap read to make. They placed a bet. It didn't land. Interception there by T. Carell. And now Winthrop. Ooh, I mean, they don't have a ton of boost, but it doesn't matter. Garrett G dunks home the game-sealing goal. And that's why Garrett G's got that fear factor right now. Still, not maybe at the top of his game, but close to the top of the game. Last try now, Zanil. Can't keep the ball close, and that clear will seal it. We're going to game 5. Close your eyes if you don't want spoilers on what the game 5 result will be. I'm going now. All right, Champions Field. Northwood and Winthrop. Winthrop had to do so much work to get us to Champions Field here. And they would maintain themselves as the best team in CRL with a win here. Like, hands down, they would be undefeated in CRL. Their one loss to a top 8 team this season would be against St. Clair in Nace over a month ago now. So it would be irrefutable. Oh, Garrett G lets that one slip. Now Northwood are given an opportunity in transition. That's like Creams circling back and forth between those two orange cars. Just trying to keep them both zoned away from the ball, and it didn't pan out. But whew, he makes up for it. Look at that touch. And doesn't even build to anything immediately. Hold on. We need to watch this from the fly cam. Oh, real cinematic shot of Creams there. Again, the director cam loves him. Oh, we switch out and then Winthrop gets the clear. That's all right. I'm not going back. No goals were scored. Nice stop by T. Carell. Had to get up quick for this. Zanil and Creams versus T. Carell. Creams running ahead. Demolition's expert. And look at that. Look how close that is. Hold on. Let's go to half speed. T. Carell gets perpendicular to the ball. so quickly for this challenge. Makes his car body smaller. Creams can't connect the demo. That's a 2v1 survived for Winthrop. Good demo and counter demo. And Northwood don't make contact on the ball with either of those challenges because they get the cars of Winthrop. It's a pretty... Well, it got threatening for a second, that counterattack, but first opportunity was nullified. Northwood on their goal line plays such anticipatory defense. They're very good at predicting where the ball is going next. Little midfield team pinch. Why not? This game for Northwood, we've seen a team pinch. We saw that Creams skim off the sidewall. And these are all plays that don't even build to anything. That demo does, though. Oh, Hockey's got an opening. Northwood strike first. And it's Hockey here. Look, he pivots immediately. Back pass back here. He has his passing option in Zanil. Lands and immediately goes for the demo. He knows this is a good spot because they've got to wait on Zanil here. Can't challenge immediately or it's a free beat for him. Instead, it's still a free beat for him. And Hockey reaps the rewards. Fair enough. He did set up that play. Two minutes left. Oh, this is a good chance here. Oh, Creams doesn't have boost. That could have been a game 5 sealer. And what? Open nets? So Creams taps that one lightly. Zanil's next up to challenge. Hockey's third man. Oh, he just gets baited in by a midfield challenge. That's a rare Hockey game 5 mistake there. That's so easy for Percy. Man, Hockey gave that one up. Regular kickoff. Creeps do a lot of work. Only guy with boost. We're just stuck in the corner right now. No one is interested in escaping. That's a good play, though. How close was that to making contact? Percy going mid with this. Garrett turns. Sees some space to go up. Very tight chance. Oh, and that's open, too. If Garrett can get side onto it. Tough read, though. Minute left. Ooh, awkward challenge for Hockey. Now Percy's on the ball. Beats Zanil, but Hockey makes up for it. Couple of good challenges, no boost here. And he tags Percy. That's a really productive rotation from a Hockey that had nothing in the boost tank. All right, this should be the final sequence. Let's see what Zanil can do. Beats one. Can't beat T. Carell. Doing the grimy work. Not allowing Northwood one last opportunity. And once again, neutral 50. That should be enough to get this ball down. All right, overtime. Let's watch this in director cam. because, oh, I gotta select none, then director cam. There we go. All right, let's just enjoy this. We've seen all the setup work. We know how good Northwood's defense is. We know everyone's roles now. How does this game end up finishing? Place your bets. Is it a Northwood demo play or pressure play? Looking for demos on the Winthrop goal line that wins it. Or is it a Garrett G pop-off play that wins it for Winthrop? Maybe a T. Carell cleanup duty shot where he just rotates in. Oh, there it could be. Garrett's pulled off the ball. So many chances for Northwood here. Oh, they can't capitalize. But Garrett just spins out. That gives Creams free access to the ball. Good setup, and it's a team pinch goal between Hockey and Creams. Let's watch this one again. Oh, what a great stand from Winthrop here to survive this first little sequence out in front. I love that from Zanil, by the way. Not going for the immediate shot here. He could maybe get this over Percy, but instead tries to outplay Percy and set up Hockey for an even better shot opportunity here. And Hockey actually probably should have hit that, was just off. And now Garrett just spins out on the wave dash. Oh no. I don't even know what happens there, because he should be sticking with this ball and at worst losing a 50-50 like straight up and out or something, and then Northwood could start their counterattack. Instead though, Creams with full boost is now allowed to take the ball off the ceiling, get his flip, and play with so much offensive agency now. Great flip there over T. Carell. Percy's a sitting duck. Garrett has to bump Hockey. Can't. That's game. That's series. Northwood take down the best team in CRL in Winthrop, which is weird to say. Northwood take down the best team in CRL, but that's the age we live in right now. Nothing is certain for any team in Collegiate Rocket League, but Northwood do win in Game 5 overtime. They've still got the ice. They're still looking good. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.